Call this meeting to order of the Chattanooga Beer Board and welcome everyone. We ask that all meeting attendees must sign in at the designated sign-in sheet for meet the requirements of the Sunshine Law. So if you haven't done so, please do so. We also ask you all electronic devices must be turned off or muted so as not to disrupt the meeting. And any individuals wishing to address the board must do so from the podium, and please state your name before making comments, and please speak up. All right. First item on our agenda is approval of the minutes for February 5th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So move.
All in favor of approving the minutes of February 5th, 2026 signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. This time we'll ask our court reporter to swear in. So if you're coming before us today to speak to us, you'll need to be sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Excuse me. Okay, next item on our agenda is beer applications approved by regulatory. Sergeant Cowan.
Yes. We have BJ's Wholesale Club Beer 1382. That's the one at Northgate Mall. Number 2 is Concord Hospitality Enterprises, Beer 1383 at 736 Broad Street.
Okay.
On the new temporary permit, it looks like the Food Truck Festival of America temporary event 112 was rejected by zoning.
Okay.
That's a Mr. Anthony Pepe with 150 River Street.
All right. Anybody here for that?
Sergeant, and that's also on hold by legal. There are a couple of issues that still need to be worked through with that application on the legal and zoning side. And given that the event is not until later in March, I would recommend that that be deferred by the board.
Okay.
But it's up to you all.
All right. All right. Okay, is there a motion to move this to our next meeting?
112 to the next meeting.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Let's see, we'll call a roll on that. Christie,
Yes.
Brooke,
Yes.
Veronica,
Yes.
JW,
Yes.
Reginald,
Yes.
Betsy,
Yes.
Zach,
Yeah.
and the chair votes yes, so that's been moved. All right. Okay, any other applications that have been approved by regulatory?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, we now enter the beer applications passed from the last meeting. The Cabanas Nightclub and Event Center LLC doing business as Cabanas Beer 1378. This is a change of ownership. So, let's see here. So, Officer Cowan, is there anything in particular?
Yes. So if I recall correctly, the last time we were here, I think there was a question about the background check. There was only one page of it uploaded.
Right.
Since then, he has uploaded the remainder of the background check, which I have here. I've identified a few things that's of concern, so I want to give it to you guys and kind of walk through it and then let you guys see it.
And we will need to turn these back into Officer Cowan when we're through, because there is privileged information in this.
Thank you.
All right. The very first page, if you look, flip over the full page, you'll see there where I highlighted the last four of the social, and this would be the original page that he uploaded the original time, deleting the remainder of the report. Moving on to page 2, the first thing that jumped out at me was a Georgia ID number. In all of my occurrences, I don't have a Georgia ID of any type on file for Mr. Serrano. Everything that I have is a Tennessee ID. So that led me to dig into this particular ID number to see what was going on with it, but it's actually showing not on file. And when you look at Georgia's protocol, they say that this number does not even fit their numerical value of how they assign
do it.
numbers.
Right, okay.
So moving on to page number 3, you'll notice there where it shows the same social security number there to the lower right. That's the same 1530 that you saw on the first page, and it's identifying him as a white male.
Okay.
The next page, you'll flip it over, you'll see there about mid-page, it's now listing him as a black male. Moving on to the next page, it's showing the Georgia state ID number again. And then looking at the last page, you'll see from the top down the Georgia state ID number. But then when you look at the next social security number, it's a completely different number. It's not the same as the 1530. And this is identifying him as a black male as well. So just looking at these inconsistencies, it kind of raises a red flag for me. I dug in through our dispatch and ran all these numbers, the socials. If you'll look on that very last page, those are just my notes from that social security number and the Georgia DL. They're not on file through our system or Georgia's system. According to our files, they don't exist.
Okay. Do y'all have, does legal have something to say about this at this point?
Well, I mean, it's certainly concerning. I don't know, if these are errors on the FBI side or not, but, you know, it is concerning that there are so many. And that we need to figure out why there are these discrepancies.
Okay.
I will say during my interactions, a Tennessee ID has always been presented to me and other officers in which we have photographic evidence of that. You know, when you run that, that's on file, that's legit, the Tennessee one. So I guess my main question would be, you know, why would you be using the Georgia ID if you have a Tennessee ID? And, you know, your residence is here.
And there's a Tennessee ID associated with the application, the beer permit
Current
application.
application,
Right.
okay, all right,
But that's not the one that was run, it looks like.
right. Okay.
Question.
Yes, sir.
One question.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing. So there is a Tennessee state ID
There is.
that was presented to you, but then when we did the background, something totally different was presented.
Correct.
Gotcha.
The Tennessee ID that was presented to me and other officers is not associated with this background check at all.
All right. Thank you, sir. Can we hear from
Yeah, yeah, we can. Any other questions of Officer Cowan?
Thank you, sir. Your due diligence.
All right.
Was he
Okay.
sworn in?
Yeah,
Was he sworn in?
Jesus Serrano.
yeah,
Gabe Sosa.
okay. And y'all were sworn in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, all right. All right, questions from board, or what do you, tell us a little bit about, any idea what's going on with all these
Yeah,
discrepancies?
So we're from Georgia. So we grew up in Georgia.
Okay,
I graduated high school in '04, went to all the public school system down there. So we always had, Georgia IDs. And then when we moved up here, then it finally got transitioned to Tennessee because I'm not going to have a Georgia ID if I'm up here.
right. Okay,
But I will say this, there was an issue in California where somebody had used my identity, my social, the original one,
okay,
and it apparently is a pretty severe case. So my immigration attorney ended up giving me another social. So I think that's what happened there.
okay, all right, okay. All right. Any other questions from any of the board members? Are you ready? Okay. So,
So why didn't you turn in your Tennessee ID to be done for the background check?
When I went to go get the fingerprints, they didn't ask for, they just did the fingerprints, ran the social, and then that's all they did.
yeah, Debbie.
So, what I just heard you say, when you went to do your background, they did not ask for your ID?
That's correct.
They did or did not?
Did not.
Okay. So they just did your fingerprints?
Yeah, did the fingerprints, ran all the info, and then sent me the email.
Okay. So where did the Georgia ID come from that's on file that however got attached to you?
I mean, probably from when we lived down there. If I can see it, I could probably explain more.
Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. And notice while you're looking, it's not on file with Georgia.
That's the original social. And then, this is the Georgia ID. That's not on file. So Georgia doesn't use letters at the end of any of their numbers.
Okay.
So at least that's what our dispatch is showing.
As far as this ID, I wouldn't have it anymore though, because when we came up here, they actually take it from you. So I don't even know if I'd have a copy of the Georgia one.
And then this right here is a completely separate social.
That was with, what I was telling you on the.
Are we supposed to be on the record, because I cannot hear anything
Yeah, y'all
you're
need to
saying.
speak up, if you would.
Because I have no idea what y'all are saying,
Right.
unless, Catherine, you want to go off the record.
No, everything's on the record.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up then, gentlemen, because I didn't hear anything you just said.
Right.
I identified the Georgia ID for Mr. Serrano and the different social security number.
So on the Social Security again, is what I said. In California, somebody did something very serious, so we had to have a change in social.
Because they had taken your old social security number and used it.
They took my social, but they kind of killed somebody, so it was
Oh.
pretty serious.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right. Okay. So at this point, make sure we're right, we're here to approve the change of ownership, is that correct?
So if you can recall, Cabanas had a violation for operating without a beer permit.
Correct.
And as a result of that, they put in an application for a new beer permit for Cabanas, because theirs had been out of date since December of 2024.
Right,
And so this is kind of a part of that. He also has several other businesses that are on the agenda today for similar issues.
Okay,
So it is up to the board to determine whether or not he gets a new permit today.
okay, very good. All right.
Sorry, I don't have my hand raised, but none of us, they're not lit up down here. To raise our hand, it's not. Right.
Oh, let's see here.
Ours are, but ours aren't.
Yeah, oh, cause, am I active? I'm
Yeah.
active.
All right, so I
But I
got it.
can't
Hold
raise
on.
it.
Next cue. All right,
There
now.
it is.
All right, now, is it there now?
Not working.
Theirs are not working.
Cause I was
Okay.
trying to raise my hand.
If you would, all right, so I'll put
Y'all don't
my,
have that favor. Y'all don't have that favor. I'm sorry. It's that annulment.
all right, so we'll, so,
To the
all right, if
hand
you would
raising.
raise your hand and I'll recognize you, and I'll have to do the swivel. So is there any discussion or questions from the board members at this time? All right, no?
What was the end up, you says up to the board to do what today?
Yeah,
To-
Catherine, would you repeat what our options are today?
Okay, so the application is before the board to either approve or deny their new beer permit, which they've applied for.
But-
So,
They're passed by everybody else?
yeah, I've been holding up because this is a board decision.
Okay.
Because of all of the issues.
I understand, okay.
Right, okay.
I didn't,
Everybody else has signed off.
It's my understanding that any owner with 5% or more has to do a background check.
Yes.
And has that happened? Does,
Yes, okay, so, the only background check that we did have until, I think a couple of weeks ago, was Mr. Sosa's. And then we were like, no, we need, Mr. Jesus's. And he submitted one, but it was only the first page. And so we were like, we need the whole background check. And he submitted the rest of them, and then we're here today.
I will say this though, guys, during the process of doing all this, all the renewals and whatnot, I wasn't getting my city and county renewals. I went down to them and, would get them from them. Everything else was up to date as far as revenue and all that. But they did not have the right email, so which is probably why we didn't get the end of the year.
To begin with,
Advice, yeah.
okay. Did you correct, and it's corrected now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right, further questions from any of the board members?
Do.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we voting today to add this guy here? Are we voting to add him on to the permit?
they don't have a permit.
Yeah, they don't have
We're
it
voting
as a
whether to
valid
give them
permit as of right now.
Okay. Can we give them a permit without this documentation?
Yeah,
The background check is required per code. This is the background check, but this background check has some red flags. And it is, we just brought this information to the board so they can consider it, in deciding whether or not to give the permit.
comment,
yes, sir.
I don't think I would feel comfortable, obviously approving the permit, but I would feel comfortable tabling it to allow maybe a new background check to occur. But if I have to vote on this background check, then I don't feel comfortable approving it. But I also don't want to leave you guys, I don't want the whole process to start over again. If just a new background check could be executed and uploaded, I would feel comfortable with that.
I have a question. So in essence, today, we're not really, it's not a change of ownership today.
No, it's a permit.
It's a
It's a brand new permit.
new application,
New
right?
application.
All right, okay, so that's, all right. All right.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Would the background check, if there was an actual social security number that's been reissued, would that not be reflected? Wouldn't there be a trail to show that that's been done?
I would think so. Sergeant Cowan, are you more familiar with these background checks?
Because if he failed the background check, we can't get it.
Yeah, I'll keep it here for a minute, that way I get to the microphone. Unfortunately, I'm not that familiar with it. However, I will tell you that to run another background check, if what we're saying here today is correct, would come back the same exact thing. I did call the FBI to verify, or actually, I had another officer call the FBI and verify the information. The FBI will not do that. So those efforts were kind of failed per se. They would verify that a background check was conducted on the date that's listed on here. So that did verify. I do know that a background check was ran on that particular date. The only thing that they would tell me is that there are multiple companies that do these background checks. The one that we particularly use through the OpenGov portal is called Identigo. That's the one that they used for Mr. Sosa, but that is not the one that they used for Mr. Serrano. So they would tell me or confirm that the background check that did come through was not from Identico, but it was from an approved company, according to them. So,
Okay. Just a point of clarity. Can we find out who that company is doing background checks and not checking IDs? Because I just never, from passports and everything else, they didn't take his ID. He stated on record.
Right.
And so I don't know how, just a point of clarity, how they can be an approved vendor.
well, as a point, I would say, yes, I would imagine, so the post office? So Mr. Serrano is stating that he went to the post office to get it done. I would say that, yes, I would tend to agree that I would like to think that they would ask for some ID along with the fingerprints as part of an identification process, but I'll state for the record that I can't speak to their process and how they do it.
Totally understand. Totally understand.
Question for the applicant. Did you provide them your social security number
Yeah.
and your driver's license number?
Yeah, so the thing is that they didn't actually like scan it. You know, they do ask you for ID and social, you give them that, but they don't scan it, they just look at it, make sure it's you, da-da-da.
So did
We've
you,
been
did
pressing
you
buttons
show?
down here, but we're not being, we
One
got
at a
our
time,
buttons
please,
pressed.
one at a time. Christie?
Show them ID or not?
No, yeah, they showed, but they didn't like scan it or anything, so they didn't like give me records of it. They look at it, they look at your social, and then that's it.
So,
But as far as them uploading an ID, they didn't do that.
Okay, now here we go.
so they asked you physically for your ID?
Yeah, they asked for it.
And you showed them physically your ID?
Yes.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Did you not ask him that question a few minutes ago? And he said to you, they didn't ask for my ID. They only asked for
Yeah.
social security and fingerprint. Now he's saying they asked for his ID.
Right. That's a point of clarity for the record. That was, yes.
I agree with Zach, that there's too many inconsistencies in this whole report for me to vote on this. Can we table this and let legal or somebody else look at it? Because we could spend another hour asking questions. We have a Georgia ID, FBI ID, we
You
have
guys
a
have
black
the-
male,
you guys
we
have
have
my
a white
TBI
male.
background check as
I'm
well.
talking, we have a black
Yeah.
male, we have a white male, we got different numbers, nothing's matching. So I definitely would not vote on this. And everybody else is required to have this a part of their documents, and this should be a part of theirs too before they get a permit.
Yes, ma'am.
I also noticed that there's two different citizenships listed for this person.
Yes.
There's one that says United States and one that says Mexico
I seen that
as
too.
their citizenship, so more inconsistencies.
And can I also point out that there are actually 3 different social security numbers here? Do we even know which one is valid?
Also, point of information.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we move any further, I'm not quite sure that there's anything that legal can do. And from what Sergeant Cowan has testified to, I don't know what running another background check would do. So
Right.
as far as tabling, you guys can table it,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah. What that's gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
essentially.
Yeah. Good.
All right, JW.
All right, if we're done with questions, I will make a motion. If I could, you got a question on the floor before I make my motion?
Question.
Brooke?
If the application is denied, what are the ramifications? Will they ever be able to apply at that location again? Is this a permanent solution?
Good question.
They're not prohibited from reapplying.
Right.
Great, that's all I need to know.
So is there a time limit after a denial that they can reapply?
There's not a time limit prescribed in the code. However, if you look at other codes like zoning and things of that nature, when you reapply for like a zoning variance or what have you, and you're denied, you can't reapply for a year. So if we apply that same logic here, then it would most likely be a year.
Right.
And as a point of information, they also were serving for a year without a license.
Yes.
Great, then,
Okay, yes,
You
sir.
ready?
JW?
Yeah, high five. I make a motion, can I?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I make a motion to reject, beer 1378, and not approve.
Okay, there's a motion, and who seconded? Brooke. All right, discussion to the motion. I'll call a roll. Zach? No. You're voting no to, against, the motion is to deny the.
Yeah, I would prefer to table it, but that's just my,
Okay, all right, so there's a no, okay. Betsy?
Yes.
Reginald?
Yes.
J.W. Cole?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes.
Brooke?
yes.
Christie?
Yes.
And the chair votes no. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so that, the motion is, passes, and the permit is not issued. All right. All right. Okay, now I've got that.
Yeah, we need to pass.
Next item on our agenda is lemongrass tie. Is there anyone here for them? Okay, what, do we, where are we on the approval process on it?
It's showing on hold by building.
Hold my building, okay. All right. Is there a motion to move that to our next meeting?
Make a motion.
All right, motion by Reggie, is there a second?
Second.
Second. Okay. Betsy? All right, call the roll. Christie?
Yes.
Brooke?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes.
JW?
Yes.
Reginald? Yes. Betsy?
Yes.
Zach?
yes.
And the chair votes yes. Okay. All right. And that's passed to our next meeting. All right. Okay. We enter now the discussion part of our agenda. And just a notation here, report and recommendation of hearing officer Janika Everhart heard on January 15th, 2026, 30-day suspension of, this is for the Dream, and a $1,000 fine to be paid in 7 days. That fine has not been paid. Is that correct, Bertha?
That is correct.
Okay. So,
Question.
yes, sir.
Just for the record, they were notified about the suspension and the fine? And do we have evidence or proof that they were notified or that they received that notification? If my question is clear.
The order was sent to them, I think on Monday, February 9th. According to my,
But isn't it not applicable until we vote on it?
We already did.
yeah,
did.
we already did. The order was signed.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already did. This is just to let us know that they have not paid the $1,000 yet.
Right.
And the reason why I asked that question is because
I remember
going back to
said a
Jesus, I want to say, of saying that they didn't receive it, and then all of a sudden, we're making actions and they did not receive. And I don't know if that's sent out certified mail, if it's regular mail, or, so,
Well, I guess if she said it was just mailed out Monday, it hasn't been 7 days then.
Well, it was
Ninth.
on the 9th, so 10 days ago.
Right. And how is that transmitted to them? Is it mailed to them or is it emailed or do we know?
what's she? She just said regular mail.
Just regular mail. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Thank you, Bertha. Okay.
Point of inquiry.
Yes, sir.
We don't know typically how many days once it's mailed that it's received by the recipient. And given, it could be 3 days after it's mailed, and if it was received on the 12th, I think today's the 7th day.
Mm-hmm.
If it was received before then, obviously the 7 days have passed.
Okay.
But we can't verify.
Right.
All right. Well, we will continue to see what happens.
I need to make an amendment that we send out something like that.
Point.
Certified.
Oh, question and point of information. Is there a way in this process moving forward so that we won't be here,
Right.
that it be either a certified mail, knowing that somebody signed for it, or I know we're shortage with the officers being able to hand deliver, but there's got to be some point, because we can say all day, I didn't receive it.
So, we have been working on an internal process to where our office will be sending out this stuff certified mail. We actually had a meeting, I think it was like either last week or earlier this week about it. So we are working on internal processes to make sure that that happens, that they're getting letters with their citations. Not only are they getting hand-delivered citations, we are also mailing out certified mail, a copy of their citation. We're doing that with the orders as well. Whenever possible, we try to hand deliver them, but they're also getting a copy in certified mail. So we are implementing that process.
Okay.
Good. To take effect immediately?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you said implementing
Yes.
in the next 30 days. Or?
Yes, we're doing that now.
Okay, doing it now.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
All right. Very good.
And just that whole order that we have issued out is now null and void because we had dates on there, if that's the case. We had already had dates set that they would be on suspension for whatever those dates were. Now those dates have come and gone.
No, they haven't. No.
It was so much. It was
They haven't started yet.
30-day suspension.
When does it
And
start?
if you,
Starts this weekend.
JW,
it's supposed to start this weekend. Today, I think.
yes, today's the first date. It's in the minutes from our last meeting.
Right. Yep. Okay. Zach?
One question, could it be emailed? If they have an email,
Yeah, we email
do
those too.
email
Yeah.
it too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, ultimately, I think what solves the question for our board is if it's done via registered mail or certified mail, then that's our proof that someone has received it. Of course, if we look back on some of our other ones, like Dollar General, just because somebody signed for it doesn't mean it goes to the right place. But but at least that will be our proof. I think that's a great idea. It eliminates this whole question of when they got it and if they got it.
And also, this just seems to be for our information. If they end up not paying it, then that's a whole nother deal for another agency to
That's
deal
correct.
with. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, all right.
Point of information.
Yes, sir.
They don't know if they are suspension beginning today, if they didn't reply. So today they can open and still sell beer and say we didn't receive.
Well, I think the order is still in effect, because they were notified of their suspension at the recommendation. Our beer board hearings are live streamed, they're public, and it was confirmed at the next meeting. They were mailed the, order. They should be on notice. But this new process that we are implementing right now is to, doubly, belt and suspenders it, basically.
Right,
So-
dot the I and cross
So
the
we're
T.
putting the ball, I hear you, and I
Right, so
agree.
if they are serving tonight and they're, not supposed to be, then that could potentially be another violation, so.
All right,
Yes.
very good. Okay, let's see. Where's number 2? All right, number 2 is the crust pizza.
So that we did with this?
Yep, there's nothing else to do. Yeah, it's already been done, it's passed, the violation, we're just wondering where the $1,000 is.
Yeah, that was just kind of the note.
Okay.
Yeah. So, number 2 is the crust pizza, 3211 Broad Street. Good, is there a representative here? All right, thank you.
Okay, so just for the board's information, Mr. Mungan? Yes. Mr. Mungan was a permit holder. His beer permit expired at the end of last year. And he is here to, present the board as to why he didn't, renew, and to see if the board will let him renew. Or if he has to restart the entire process over.
Okay,
Seeing as how this is about whether or not someone gets a permit, is within the purview of the beer board to decide this matter. And I know it's kind of a new thing, or a weird thing for us to consider, but, he fell outside of the 30-day grace period by the code, and the, board could hear him out as
Got
to
it.
whether or not.
okay. Yeah, all right. Yes, sir. Please step up.
State your name and.
Yeah, they were sworn.
My name is Mangan.
Yeah, he was. Sir,
First
you
name is
weren't
Raghav
sworn in,
Sinha
were
Mangan.
you?
And Andrew Mangan.
Yeah, Andrew, were you sworn in? No. Okay, so he'll,
Okay, all right. What is your first name, sir?
Raghav Sinan Mangan,
Spell that.
RAGIP. Middle name is SINAN. Last name Mangan, MUNGAN.
Okay, your name, sir?
Andrew?
Andrew.
Yes.
Mungan. Okay. And the senior Mungan, you were sworn in, but the younger was not. Raise your right hand, please, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you. Okay, yes, sir. All right, go ahead if you would and tell us why the permit was not renewed.
In December, I have received the renewal by email. I have tried on the 16th of December, I have tried to get into the system. It gave me the number 616, but when I tried, it did not allow me to go any further to make the payment. It just did not allow. I tried again before the end of December. It did not allow me again. The logic would have been maybe I should have called it in and pay it through there, but I did not. In January, there was a death in the family. I have completely ignored, I should say, at that time with the confusion and everything else that was going on. And then on the 16th or 17th of January, I tried again, and it did not allow me one more time. So when I came back to the country, I tried, and it was already the end of the month, and I called, I talked to a supervisor, then they referred me to the lady at the city attorney's office. I requested, and she said she will research, and she did. And then when she called me back, she said that I will leave it to the board because it's something different or new. And I plead with you to see if that is a possibility to do. We have held this license since 2020 with no problems whatsoever. It just didn't happen. I would like to request that to be considered and see if we can renew it and continue our, what we were doing.
Got it. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Questions from any of the board members?
I will also say that I spoke with Miss Roberta at the treasurer's office, and she did confirm that if you are out of the country and you try to access like the city's websites and stuff, there's a firewall there. So when he was out of the
Okay.
country in mid-January and tried to do it,
It wouldn't let him.
it wouldn't let him.
Okay. All right. Brooke?
And there have been no issues with this license? There's no violations or anything?
No.
That I'm aware of.
Okay.
Here's my question to the board is, we have this issue come up where beer licenses expire without past the renewal period. We've denied, I think we just did that with Cabanas. We denied it. It was a way longer period than this.
Right.
But if we go outside the grace period, then we're making a subjective judgment on that.
During this time?
I'm sorry?
Have you been selling beer?
No, ma'am, we have stopped selling it, absolutely.
All year? You haven't served any all year?
Since
Since-
December 31st, beginning of that month, we
That's
have
a big-
absolutely stopped serving it, yes.
Okay. That's a big difference to me. Yeah, there were some issues, and that's unfortunate, but you didn't serve any beer. You followed the rules. So to compare the two, it's not similar.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Further questions from the board? Christie?
For you. However, what does the code say when it comes to renewing? You have how many days after it expires?
30.
A grace period.
So we're off by 19.
Yeah.
So technically, will he still have to follow the same process as?
That's why they're here. We can
Yes.
make an executive decision and say, extenuating circumstances, yes or no, correct?
And hear his explanation that he tried, but something was wrong with the system. And see if that's unacceptable.
So did he contact you all?
I can't remember the day that we talked. We talked maybe a couple of weeks ago. It was after the last beer board meeting.
There was a few days past the grace period. Like a handful. Okay.
And he was referred to me from Treasury, so I don't know when he contacted Treasury. So he may have been talking to them before he was referred to me.
Mr. Dukin?
Mungan.
I'm sorry. When did you contact Treasury?
I contacted them the Monday of February. Friday was the last day, or the 31st was Friday or Saturday. And then I contacted first thing on Monday. And I talked to, I believe, Shelley, or somebody that, supervisor. They referred me to her. She was in a meeting. She called me the next morning. I explained to her, and then apparently she sent the request to the city attorney's office. And then I heard from Miss Attorney 2 days later, and she informed me that it's a decision that she couldn't, or the office couldn't make. That's when it was referred to you. So it happened within the first 3-4 days of February, which was directly after the expiration date.
Right. Okay. JW?
Yeah. My question is to Bertha. Are you aware of any technical difficulties with the system at that time? Was there anything going on through the city that system was down, maintenance, upgrades, or anything?
Our department does not have that software. The city treasurer's office does.
Right.
So don't.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Reference to what JW is asking, my daughter has a beer permit. and she's had problems for the last 2 years applying and getting online. So this year, I said, I'm gonna do it for her. It was very hectic. I have probably 10 to 15 emails from
Really?
talking to Roberta about getting it done. Even had to go to the office, to Treasurer's office twice. It is not an easy process. It is very confusing and online, open whatever it's called. It was very hectic.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for
It is
that.
not an easy process to do. The online system is not set up good.
Okay. All right.
I understand what he's saying.
All right. Any further discussion?
Bessie.
I will simply state that I feel like he's being very responsible in coming to the treasurer's office, talking with you guys, coming here today, proactively, not selling beer, as
Right.
Brooke had asked. I feel like there's no real comparison here.
Right, I agree. Question for legal. We have the authority to decide one way or the other here, don't we? Okay, I thought so. I just want to make sure. Okay. Further discussion? All right, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to allow him to renew his beer application rather than having to get a brand-new license.
All right, if there's a motion, is there a second by Brooke? Yes, ma'am.
Should there be a time frame to do that? To
30
add
days.
to that motion?
I'm getting it.
Immediately.
30 days?
Immediately.
Okay. All right, so there is a motion on the floor to allow the applicant to renew his application within 30 days of today's date. And is there a second to that, Brooke? And there's a second to that. Now, discussion to the motion.
One question I have is OpenGov, is there going to be issues using that system for him, practically speaking? Does he just need to go to the,
I'd go down.
I mean,
Here's my check.
just for his,
His own sanity?
Yeah.
I can't speak to the system, but what I can do is email Ms. Roberta and let them know that if this motion does pass, that the
Right.
beer
Send a
board,
copy of it.
you know, wants to allow him to, renew. And maybe you can work with Ms. Roberta afterwards to get it.
We can go to
renewed.
the office and
Yes.
immediately pay that thing,
Okay.
yes. We
All
can
right.
do that even today.
Okay. Any further discussion to the motion? Brooke?
I would add, continue to not sell beer until you
Until
get the permit.
your approval, until
Yes,
we pay the
until you
money.
get the permit, correct.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Any further discussion to the motion? All right, I'll call the roll. Christie? Brooke?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes.
JW?
Can I have a point of inquiry to the city attorney? What is it when you just want to pass? What is it when you just want to pass?
You can say,
Do you want, like, abstain?
you want to,
Yeah, can I just, okay, that's, okay. I
Okay.
want to abstain. Abstain. Thank you.
okay, Reginald?
Yes.
Betsy?
Yes.
Zach? The chair votes yes, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 affirmative votes, so that passes. So good luck, and
Thank you, sir.
please keep us informed if you still have problems. We want to get to the bottom of this
Absolutely.
problem.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely,
Especially after what you just told us. Because this is,
absolutely.
I don't get off my soapbox. Thank you
So we
very
can
much.
go and pay the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall we wait until your decision gets to them?
I'm emailing her right now.
She's emailing her right now, so that's great.
Thank you, we will do that. We appreciate it. Thank you to the board.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate your candid
Thank you, sir.
comments.
Thank
Sure
you.
do.
And for following the rules.
Honesty is the best policy.
Okay. Interesting. All right, that concludes this part of the session. Are there any public comments? Is there anyone wishing to address the board today?
Saw it coming.
No, you have 3 minutes to address the board.
Okay, no, just a quick question. So I'm happy you guys gave him the beer permit to renew it, and it's always different people that are up here. The only ones that are mostly here all the time is him, Miss Bertha, city attorney, him. But with that being said, That was the issue that I was telling you guys from the get-go, was the portal, not allowing you to pay the permit to renew. And I didn't serve for a year. We were closed like 6 months. And then last thing, you guys are gonna see this again, because I know you have a few more cases of, I know the people that are coming up, same issue. So just keep that in
Okay.
your mind. What do y'all want me to do about this? You want me to get another one? You want the TBI one?
Is this the TBI one?
No,
This is FBI.
that's FBI.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like for you to submit a TBI one.
I have it on file already. I'll send it again to Ms.
Okay,
Bertha.
so the permit was denied.
Right.
So there's nothing else
That's there.
to submit.
Yeah.
So the permit was denied.
Yeah.
For cabanas.
Right.
But it can be revisited if we want to. Can it be brought back up?
Yeah, technically it can. be,
Yeah, a member can make a motion.
Yes.
Brooke?
I just want to point out, I hear where you're coming from. However, the main difference for me between the two of these is it took you a year and getting caught to say something about the problem. And I do hear you out that you were closed for 6 months, but you continued to serve beer. You testified to that. That's the main distinction for me. Yes, his did expire. Yes, he had issues and you had issues, but he came back January of the very next year. He didn't go without a permit for a whole year and then come to us. Just so you know what my side of it is.
Gotcha, okay.
That's the distinction for me and probably likely others.
Okay. Anything else, sir? Really, this is for him to present anything else to the board. Trevor, Zach,
Zach.
sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize again.
I just want to clarify, because I felt some ambiguity about, you stated a rule about zoning where they can't reapply for a year, and whether we were going to apply that here. I personally don't want to apply that here, if we're not bound to apply that here, and allow the process to recommence. And I know it said numerous times that if another background check was run, it would come back the same. I'm not convinced that's true. If an ID is scanned in, if the social security number issue gets resolved, it could very well come back in compliance. So I would choose to remain silent as to that and allow the beer permit process to continue.
Okay.
But it's dead. Let's
dead.
continue.
Yeah, but there'd have to be a new beer, permit.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the start of the whole process all
Yeah,
over.
it would have to be a new
Yeah.
application.
Yeah, it has to start all over again, because this one's gone.
All right. Time's up. Sorry. Thank you very much. All right. Any other public comments?
Something.
Come up to the podium, please.
She's not been.
We'll get to that next.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We have to have the hearing officer.
Oh,
for
it's a
that.
hearing. I'm sorry. That will take place here in just a few minutes. I apologize. All right. Okay. Any other public comment? No. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All right, there's a motion to adjourn. The beer violation portion of the meeting will start in about 10 minutes. And all in favor of adjourning the beer board, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we'll start the hearing in about 10 minutes.